Well, hey guys, popped in here a minute or two early tonight. That's unusual for me. Well, what is going on? I see I have got lots of people that have already come in. I've got Jan and Tamara, I guess, with uh, HQ with Dick and Tank. Hey, I done fed you, little girl. Why are you barking? They determined to get my attention tonight. Got Simply Jan. We got Sherry Udell. Got Old Man King. Hey, Peter, how are you? Got Jovita, of course. Everything's going good here at the house. Except it is cold, guys. We're not used to having this cold weather. I am telling you. We it's like 37 degrees right this minute here at my house in Georgia. And what do you want? Come here. Come here. This little bitty thing here. She weighs 3 pounds altogether, guys. She might look bigger than she is. She's a whining, wanting some attention. I don't know what it is. I fed her plenty of food, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. I whacked it off, guys. What do y'all think? I got tired of all that frizz and everything else. Just decided I'd get rid of it and see what it looked like for a while. Got to where it's falling out. You know, that's another thing when you have lupus. You have all kind of problems with your skin and your hair and all that. So I said, what the heck? Whack this stuff off tonight. I come back in here after I got my shower, and Joey says, I said, yeah, I got a haircut. I just pulled it up and whacked it off. I said, we'll see what it looks like, and if it's terrible, we'll go to the beauty shop tomorrow. Thank you, Wheat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't decide whether I want to wear it tucked in around my face, which I kind of like, because I got such a fat face anyway. I need something to round it out. I'm going to have to let my bangs grow a little bit more, kind of arch them there. Anyway, if I do that. But I whacked the heck out. I bet I took 8 inches off of it. But it was so thin and strangly looking on the bottom, guys, that I just decided to heck with it. Oh, if anybody would like to come in tonight, y'all come on. I posted my thing there. Yep, I've got it up there at the top, highlighted. Oh, goodness, guys. I'm so excited to be here. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving at our house. I don't know about you guys. We, hey, baby girl. We went to my daughter-in-law's, our son and daughter-in-law's house, and they did the cooking. All I did was take some pies and that kind of thing. My other daughter took some pies, so we sat down and ate and didn't have to do anything, and that was so nice for a change. And they invited us to come back Christmas for the same thing, so I am super excited. Oops. I told them I was going to make some fried okra and a couple other little things that I know we all like to bring then Christmas. But anyway, here she comes back. I don't know what she's doing today, guys. 68 degrees here in South Texas. Feels like 76. Well, that'd be nice. We're not used to this cold weather, guys. I don't know about Wheat, if it's any colder there, but it's 37 here, Wheat. And they're expecting it to be about 22, 23 in the morning. So I'm really dreading it. Didn't put my second layer of plastic in my greenhouse before we had a cold spell hit. And so my banana trees got burned. But they'll be fine. It didn't hurt them. Even if they die back completely, they'll come back in the spring. Next year, I'm going to plant those little suckers somewhere. I used to have a ton of them planted, but this year I just didn't. I hadn't done too good at taking care of my stuff this year. What can I say? Just been lazy, I guess. Anyway, what did y'all think about the little craft video with the walnuts that I picked out? Sherry says it's 29 there in Kansas. Wow, 29 already. Whew. Girlfriend, we ain't used to this cold weather. I don't know about you there. But down here in Georgia, honey, our little butts ain't used to it. So I've got to get me some lights. I looked for me a stringer, an old fashioned stringer that had for regular bulbs. And I was going to get a couple of those real 100-watt bulbs like we used to use before all this LED stuff came out. And I was going to string them across there and drop them down around the bottoms of my plants. That way, when the heat rose up, it would keep all my plants, anything from freezing. Even in the greenhouse, it gets mighty cold, guys, unless you've got a heater going. And I don't have a heater out there. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I was going to do that. Couldn't find a stringer that was made strong enough to handle that. So what I'm probably going to do, since I'm not using them, I've got several of those the little heat lamps, like you put on your animals, your chickens and whatever. And I am probably going to put those little things out there and just lay the extension cord on the ground. I did buy me a EcoFlow Delta Pro, guys. I'm really excited about it. Most likely I got to build a box for it because, them batteries, they just don't do well in the cold. But moved back from San Diego. Okay, Sherry. Oh, Sherry, how are you doing? I've been wondering about you, honey. But yes, I'm going to build a box to put it in with a lot of insulation and all, and have it vented for the exhaust on the thing. And that way I can run those lights without having to run extension cord across my driveway, because then I have to unplug it during the day. And if it's cold during the day, they might need the plants. But so far, it's warmed up really nice out there during the day. It's just at night when it's giving us a hard time. But anyhow, so I'm looking forward to that. This little critter is just running back and forth. I don't know, them little toenails, what she's wanting tonight. She wants me to give her something else, probably, little devil. That's the way she does. Sometimes she'll be right there on top of you and won't ignore you and won't have nothing to do with you. The next minute she eats everything in the house. It's the craziest little thing. And like some mornings she won't eat. I mean, she just she'll go all night and then all morning she won't eat. And then about lunchtime, maybe she'll decide she's hungry and she'll come and eat. I was so worried about it. This has just been since she's been old. She's 15 years old. And so I've been real worried about her, but what can you do? There's only so much you can do, guys. I have not turned on my strip heat or whatever they call it on this heat pump. So it's working hard to keep the temperature 68 or 70 degrees inside this house, guys. But cheers, folks. Having me a little glass of champagne, or not champagne, wine tonight. Some really good wine. One of my friends brought me a bottle of wine. I don't usually drink, but this is really good. It's a Zinfandel, and it's really good. It's got a real nice, not too sweet taste, and so I'm enjoying it by myself. I'm not sharing it with anybody. I'll drink a little cup of it tonight, and then tomorrow night, and I don't know how many days a little cup of it will last, but however many days it'll last, I'm going to enjoy it right by myself. It was my birthday or my present. I can enjoy it. Anyway, guys, yeah, we've been struggling around here trying to get things done. The chickens are not laying an egg, and you know what? Darn eggs here are $6 a dozen. I don't know what in the heck they're costing there. She's hanging in there. More worried about her 39-year-old daughter who has stayed. Oh, man. And we have a few close calls. Oh, Sherry, I hate that, honey. I understand about the kidney failure because my ex-husband, my daughter's dad, he got peritonitis quite a bit and kidney failure, and it all came from the Navy. But anyway, he's, how it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, thank you so much, Tamara. Yeah, I love it. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. everybody said, why you come whack it off here at wintertime? I says, it's still down over my ears. I'm not going to cut it off real short. But anyway, but yeah, thank you so much. I tried those fried apple pies, guys, in the air fryer. Wheat's sister gave me an air fryer, guys, and went down to visit her. A little over a week ago, and she had bought her a new one, and so this one was smaller, and she'd stuck it out in the shop, her husband's shop. And I said something about buying one, and Wheat says, "Wait a minute!" And she calls her sister, and her sister, "Yeah, just give her that one out in the barn, out in the shop." So heck yeah, I was real proud of it, and so I made some pies. And I did not make the dough myself, guys. I am not real good at making the dough myself and rolling it out and getting it as thin as I would like. But I bought some regular pie crust, you know how they're rolled up, and let it warm up to room temperature. And then I rolled it out and cut out the circles. And then I put the apple pie filling in there, cramped them over and sealed them, with a fork like you do. And then I sprayed them with, misted them with butter spray. And I put those things in the air fryer and air fried them for 25 minutes. Oh my God, they were delicious, guys. And then I went to town like I needed it. I went to town and got me a carton of ice cream. Got the vanilla flavored ice cream with the vanilla seed in it. Oh my God, that with that apple pie. I've eaten, honey, I've eaten way more than I should have, and I already ate half of the ice cream. Oh, well, there goes my weight I lost. I'm finding it real quickly, guys. Finding it real quickly. Anyway, but yeah, we've been piddling around here trying to get things going. My granddaughter worked today, and she says, Nana, she said, I was about to freeze this morning. I had to go and sit in the car before I could go to work. 5:30 in the morning. I started laughing at her. Anyway, I said, yeah, you just don't know, honey. Just wait till you have a regular job. She still hadn't got a serious job. She's working with a lady, with her sister, and the lady that her sister works for cleans houses. And so she's been cleaning houses a little on the side, make some extra money. She had her some money saved up, and I guess she's going to spend every bit of that before she gets a real job. Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking those and draping them maybe on a burlap strip or something, and spelling out Merry Christmas on them, and decorating them and putting them over my mantle, kind of drape it across my mantle. If I do, I'll let y'all know. We'll see how that looks, guys. Hey, Tony. Yeah, Lower Alabama. That's right. Y'all ain't far from it, Tony. That's true. Gosh, yes. Yeah, Tony. It's good to see you in here again. How are things going with you? Oh gosh, haven't talked to you in a while. And that little plant is starting to grow finally that you gave me some cuttings off of. It was real cool. I got all my plants that were on the porch in, let my ferns get a little bit burned, so I don't know if they'll make it or not, but hopefully they will. Going to be 19 here tonight. Oh, girlfriend, do you live in Missouri, or do you live right across the Arkansas line? I wasn't sure exactly where you guys live, Tamara. I know you came over to Jan's meetup. So I figured you must be in that general area, fairly close. Yeah, because you guys were leaving and going. You had something else you had to do. So I said, they've got to live somewhere close by. Still waiting on a new grandson. Good news. We are at the delivery now. So it could be anytime. That's right. Well, congratulations in advance. Hope everything goes well. You don't have any problems. Those kids are exciting to get. Oh, thank you, Tony. I am glad you like the pool cleaner. I hope it's working good for you. If you ever got it to where it would quit going in a circle and winding itself up. I ended up, I tied a rope to my cable, or the air tube, whatever, the return tube or whatever, and tied it off, and that way it'd go, and then I'd move my string down a little further, and that way it got everywhere, because when it kept going in circles, I couldn't get it to quit going in circles. But I figured you guys know more about that than we did. Peter, how cold is it going to be there tonight? 5 girls and first son. I guess you guys are excited. They're all the 5 girls belong to the same son. Well, he's been wanting a little boy bad. His wife is very obliging. They got to cut that stuff off about the second one. I wasn't much on having children, guys. That having babies is not fun. Just the sickness and all that. I was super sick with my first one. So second one, I wasn't sick at all. It's just weird how it does. You're expecting mid-20s. That's what they're expecting here, around 22 to 24 degrees, something right here. I'm hoping to God that we don't get anything any colder than that, guys. I'm really hoping we don't get anything any colder. Shoot, my little chickens are real proud. Real proud I put that plastic up in front of their nesting perches out there, and put the plastic hoop across the back of them so that wind won't blow in on them. Of course, you know, these chickens are handle this cold anyhow without ever having any problems. So anyway, yeah, I got to get me some rabbits. I've been waiting. I want to get a couple of rabbits, maybe 2 does and a buck. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway, 1 of 12, and you were 1 of 6. Stopped. Youngest son wants a big. Okay. Yep. My granddaughter, my youngest daughter, her dad was a 1 of 12 too. So I understand that, guys. Whew, I can't even imagine living in a house with 12 brothers and sisters. My brother and sister, you know, she was the baby, so she was spoiled, and he was the only boy that lived out of 3. So he was spoiled, and I got all the works. I was that dreaded middle child that always gets laughed out. People laugh about it. But I don't know about everybody's house. But in my house, I was the one that got stuck doing everything. Had to help with the cooking, had to do all the outside chores too. My brother was supposed to help me with that, but sometimes he did and sometimes he didn't. Of course, we fought like cats and dogs too, so I can't really blame him. Planned on it being around 70 when I plan on being around 70 here too, a girlfriend. I know exactly what you mean. You have to tell Charlie he's got to pinch it quick. If he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or you'll have to have you a big old robe to put on when you go out there with him. Jeez. Whew. Of course, he may not want to stay out there long when it's cold like that either. I don't know about your little dog, Wheat. Does he like going out when it's raining or when it's the ground is real wet? Mine do not like it. Of course, you've got the patio, the rock and tile work and all out in front of yours, so he could go take a tinkle out there if he needed to. It's going to wash away anyway. But gosh, Tamara, I know you guys are really excited to have a little grandson. Their kids are so exciting. I love having them. And if you could get them and they're already here and sleeping all night and potty trained, I'd have a house full too. Yeah. Really and truly, that, you know, the sleeping all night was a big deal with my first one, but the second one slept all night from the first day she came home from the hospital. I couldn't believe it. She'd sleep 8 or 10 hours every night. Just like I was determined with her that I couldn't handle it if she'd have been as bad as her sister was. I was dreading it because that Tanya was up every hour on the hour. And, you know, I tried breastfeeding her, and that kid, she had teeth. She chewed on me until I said, to heck with this. She's going on a bottle. I couldn't handle it anymore, folks. Anyway, yeah. But everybody says Brandy's my pet now. She's not really. And Brandy, of course, says Tanya's the pet. You know how it is. It's always not you. That's the way it goes. Well, guys, are y'all ready for Christmas? I'm not buying Christmas this year. I don't know if I told you guys. The kids that are having to move back to Ohio just won't have room to haul anything. So I'm not buying them gifts this year to have to haul back, because you do 4 kids and they get 4 or 5 gifts apiece. That messes things up. So I got them a couple of little things. I got them some little hot chocolate balls, but you put it in the hot chocolate and let it dissolve, and um, just little things that they can eat up and all, and then they'll get money for Christmas. Okay, cool. Today was the first day, new beginnings. All right, cool. Good for y'all. Good for him. I'm so glad for you. Maybe things will work out in y'all's favor, and it'll be something he really enjoys. You know how that goes. If you don't enjoy your work, it's hard to get up and go to work every day. I don't know about you guys, but it was for me. Of course, I really liked my job for years and years and years. It was a real good place to work. There, right at the end, I'd gotten sicker, and they'd made a lot of changes to business and all. So anyway, yes, guys, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for asking. Yes, wonderful Thanksgiving. I was really thankful for my family and for our health that we've had, as well as it is. And my husband, somebody that put up with me all these years. Can you believe it? We'll be married 26 years, I think. 26 or 27 years. I'll have to go back and look. Come December the 11th. So it is coming up here quick, guys. Yep. I told him he had to be tough, put up with me all these years. Because I'm not one of them people that stays at home and is the Susie homemaker, barefoot, perfect wife. I already had my way set when he got me. So I warned him ahead of time, and he warned me. He says, now, said, I like my motorcycle rides, and I'm going to do them. And if that's going to be a problem, we need to talk about it now. And I said, well, I like my horses, and I like my camping, and I like the things I do too. If that's going to be a problem, we need to talk about it now. So we both agreed, you do your thing and I'll do my thing. And if we want to do them together, that's good. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yep, it's coming up. I'm really excited about it. We'll probably go to Longhorn. We both enjoy Longhorn. And that's usually where we'll go. Don't have to go out of town that way, guys. But as far as Christmas goes, guys, I have not decorated at all. I've got to get Joey to help me get the tree down out of the attic. And I've got to get my flowers ready to take to Mom and Dad's grave up there, my little brother's graves. I had 2 brothers that did not make it. One brother was born with a spinal condition. Personally, Dad beat the crap out of my mother right before she had him, and I think that he injured her, the baby. But back then that was okay. People, that happened. And then my younger brother Charles, he didn't live but about 28 hours. So he was just how they called it SIDS, but or whatever, sudden death syndrome, whatever. Oh, it's a sad thing to think about. So when my little sister came along, the doctor told her that if she had any more kids, she probably wouldn't live through it. So that's when they decided to cut it off. After 5, they should have cut that stuff off a long time before then. Whew, not me, not for me. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about decorating up the living room. I got rid of my sectional, guys. Give that sucker away. I just posted it on Facebook, and I said, here, I have it was a Cindy Crawford design sectional, paid a fortune for the thing, thought I would like it. I didn't like it. it took up so much room, and I have these slick floors, the vinyl, not vinyl, but tile, not even tile. It's that synthetic wood floors, and had to have that with the dogs, because I had lots of dogs for a long time because I raised dogs. But anyway, so that sectional would not stay together. That thing just would separate and slide, and stuff would get lost down in the sections. Finally, I went up underneath it and slit 2 spots and clamped 2 pieces of it together so that part would stay together anyway. And my son said, well, what's Lizzie going to sleep on when she spends the night with y'all? Because she don't like to go upstairs by herself. I mean, she don't want to sleep up there by herself anyway. So I said, I've got a cot, that folds up. And I said, I've got that cot, and I'll bring it in. And when she decides she wants to spend the night with us, we'll stick that cot in there, and she can sleep in the living room just like she always has. I thought that would be kind of cute. Yeah, he was teasing me about, what's he going to sleep on now? Y'all gonna get rid of that. Yep. Yeah, stuff like that did happen a lot back in those days. My dad was he had high blood pressure. He drank a lot. And he just had issues. And he drug her down through downtown LaGrange one time with a knife at her throat. And she was begging people to help her. And nobody would. They just got out of the way. I guess it was normal back then. Nobody cared, or they were scared to help. I don't know. But so we didn't have the greatest of life coming up, That's okay. Guys, I've actually earned $80-something last month with YouTube. Excited. First time I've ever earned any money. So that was fun. So excited about that. I've got to get my little thing set up. That is true. They were not as valued back then, and we were supposed to be submissive. And I think my mom was a little bit like me. I think she may have had a bit of a temper. When I was older, I saw her when she was younger. I know that she did a few things. Like one time she went at the bar, and Daddy had got off from work, and he knew that Kenneth, my oldest brother that was born with the back problems, couldn't drink regular formula or milk, and he couldn't take breast milk. He had to have special formula that was very expensive back then. And he knew that she had the last of it, for him. He got off from work and went to the bar. So she finally got a taxi and went around to all the bars till she found him and went in, and he was sitting in there with some other woman. And she come in and raised Cain and told him she had to have some money for Kenneth's milk. And anyway, he gave her the car keys and told her to go get in the car. So she went and got in the car and cranked it up and flew home. And out behind where they lived, there was a big kudzu patch, and she got running through the house to that kudzu patch and slung the car keys out there in that big kudzu field. Daddy was right behind her, and he'd got him a taxi, and he was right behind her. And my grandmother was standing there, and she had a big old frying pan in her hand. So he didn't do nothing else. So when he walked in the door, she said, Jerry, that's enough. His name was Gerald, but she called him Jerry. She said, Jerry, that's enough. He gave her some money, and he went on back to the bar, I guess, because he didn't hang around there no more. Mama said he had to cut out the grass out there the whole weekend, the rest of the weekend, trying to find his keys in that kudzu patch. Anyway, that's what I said. Yeah, my grandmother didn't put up with no crap now. My granddaddy, her husband, my mama's dad, came in drinking one night with one of his sisters' husbands. And when he walked up on the porch, she hit him with her fist and knocked him out in the yard. And told him he best take him on with him, but not for him not to come back there drunk. He didn't either. He ended up being a preacher, guys. She put the light on him. But that's just the way it was back then. Hey, Des, I'm glad to see you pop in. Just noticed you. Oh, things are going good here. Yeah. Are you guys excited about Christmas? We're really excited here, guys. I don't know when things are. We'll be getting all my decorations out, but I have every intention of getting everything out and getting stuff set up. Like I say, I'm going to make that the drape put over the mantle. You know, we have a fireplace insert, and we don't use it a whole lot, but on these cold days, we're probably going to be using it. We got plenty of firewood, that's for sure. And who is Stephen? I missed something. Where's Stephen? I missed somebody. But that's the way it was back in the old days, you know. You either put up with it or you didn't. And my mom's mom, she was kind of a stocky woman anyway. She had broad shoulders, and she was, you know, when she was in the 8th grade, she slapped her teacher and knocked her down to the floor and quit school. So, yeah, they went to school. All of them went to school together over at Gray Hill. And anyway, so, you know, it's bush outside has lights, and we have wreath on the door, and the tree is up inside. Wow, you're all ready to go. Dang, girl. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sheila, I didn't see you either. Hey, Sheila, how are you, hon? Yeah, I didn't see you pop in either. I'm glad you reminded me and let me see that you were here. Yeah. Are you ready for Christmas? Are you guys expecting any big visitors or company or anything? Are y'all doing cooking and all at your house? Like I say, I'm not going to do any cooking this year. I'm going to do the red velvet cakes that I've already promised. I've got 7 of them to make. Probably start doing the layers later on this week. And I could always just freeze them, put them in the freezer, and then take them out like the day before they're supposed to get them, let them defrost, and then go ahead and put the icing on them. They taste just like they did if you took them out of the oven, guys, and let them cool off. So I've done it before, and it makes it a whole lot easier than having to try to get up real early and make 7 or 8 cakes in one day. You're washing those pans and sticking them in the oven every 10 minutes. You know how that goes. Oh, yeah. Last week, guys, I don't know what I did. I thought I had clicked on the where I had the live scheduled, but somehow or another it was recording. It went to record instead of live. And so I did 40 minutes of talking to myself, I guess, on this thing because nobody was in there. I thought it was really funny. I said, I had to have messed up because surely somebody would have shown up in this 40 minutes, you know. And when I went back and looked afterwards, I saw where there were quite a few people in there, and Mr. Joe and everybody was wondering if I was okay. So, yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all worrying about me and checking in and leaving comments, even though I wasn't there. And giving me the thumbs up, even though I wasn't there. Oh, Sheila says, nothing up for Christmas this year. We'll just hang out around the house. Understand that. You're going to your son's home. Yeah, he won't need to be bringing that little baby out, especially with it cold. I know he's excited, isn't he? First son, he's probably on top of the moon. He's so excited right now. Guys, yeah. I don't blame you at all, girl. I don't blame you at all, Tamara. Yeah, we're kind of excited. You know, it's a rare occasion, and I had told the kids, I said, look, I said for Thanksgiving, if you guys want to, we'll just go eat, you know, somewhere that's cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and I'll just pay for it for everybody because I just don't want to cook this year. And that's when a couple of days later, our son called and said, hey, Rebecca said that she wants to cook and for y'all just to come over. And anyway, so I was very excited. He said, "Now don't bring nothing, because if you bring something, we're gonna bring gifts for everybody." Because I told him they'd be bringing no gifts over here neither at Christmas time. Anyway, Des says she's going to be inviting her neighbor that has no family in for Christmas. That's wonderful. That's a good thing. Yep, I thought seriously about inviting a couple of the GIs from down here. It used to be Fort Benning. It's Fort Moore now. I've done that before, but I don't think we're going to do it this year since we're not going to be here at my house. It's always awesome to have some of those young kids that can't afford to go home when they just started out in the military to be able to have somewhere to go, for the holidays. Have somebody that cares something about them. And dang, guys, I can't believe we've already been on here 35 minutes and I've been just jabbering away, hadn't I? Took 2 elderly women Thanksgiving dinner. That's very nice of y'all. Yep. We've had so many people here, guys. I can't help but feel for those people up there in North Carolina that's getting all the snow and everything and the cold. And some of them are living still in tents. They're trying to get, there's several churches that are trying to get RVs, campers or whatever brought in for these people. And they're trying to get them to let them bring them into, it's not a coliseum. It's a big covered arena is what it is, but it's got the barn and all that with it. And so they're going to try to get them to let them bring them into those areas and have the electricity, and because they've got the shower houses there. So even if they did not have, bathroom facilities in them, at least they would have somewhere to get them up off the ground with all this bad weather coming in. You wouldn't have to worry about, even if they had to sleep in a tent, at least they'd be undercover. They'd have showers that worked, bathroom facilities, and they could set up, like a food wagon or something in there for the people. Because it's sad, all these holidays coming up. And, it's really bad. We got so many porch pirates now that it's unreal. People are starting to do that. My granddaughter was telling me that they were sitting outside of a business this morning waiting to go in and clean it at 5:30 this morning. And she said this real tall lady comes by, and she's all wrapped up in blankets and stuff. And she walked past them, and then she turned around and come back, and she walked all the way around the car trying to look in it. And the car was sitting there running. And she said they couldn't see in, because they didn't have any lights on inside the car, and the lights were outside blaring. So it was putting a glare on the on the windows, so tinted windows that she couldn't see in. And she said the lady actually drawed a gun, told them that just started raising Cain and stuff. So, you just don't know what's going on. That's in our town of LaGrange. You just don't know what goes on this kind of thing. Yeah, we have a lot of homeless. We're getting homeless here. We've never had a big deal with homeless here, but we're getting more and more homeless people here. And, I feel sorry for them. There's churches, there's several churches, facilities that will bring in and take care of the homeless, especially this cold winter time. There was a young man, an older guy. You could tell he was probably military. Last year, he got me. I just cracked up laughing. He was squatted down outside the little grocery store here in West Point. And you could tell, that he was down on his luck and all that. And had a bicycle sitting there and his stuff, And he said, "How you doing?" And I said, "Fine." And he said, "Well, I could have told you that. Boy, I'm telling you what, I just fell out laughing. I said, you done made my day." So it was so funny, because you just don't expect that from somebody this day and time, I remember back when I first started working, that every time there was construction workers working, every time you walk by, they'd be whistling at you and stuff. And I don't know if they still do that in towns now, but you don't hardly see that anymore. But it used to be an everyday thing. And that's when you walk real stiff, because you didn't want to press. Yeah, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of people commit suicide this time of year too. I guess they just feel like they don't have any reason to keep living, but there's so many better reasons, so many more reasons out there. There's somebody somewhere that cares something about you. And if there ain't, you know, you need to give them a reason to care something about you. Yeah, yeah, it is total destruction up there. There's so many people that don't have homes to live in. It's just so sad. Yeah, and the government's coming in and just putting the roads the best way they can to get into those people, even if it's right through the middle of somebody's property or where their homes used to be. It's just a sad, sad thing up there. The people don't know when they'll get their property back or if they ever will. They could compensate their property, take it or whatever. What they call eminent domain or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad that families that have lived there for centuries, older people, and it wasn't a real prosperous area in some of those areas anyway, so and that were just living on like retirement and social security or whatever. And the insurance is not paying for their homes because they say it's flood damage, and that ought not be allowed. If they didn't say they needed flood insurance right there, and as far back as those places were, 99% of those homes were damaged by water one way or another, and so the insurance is just not going to cover them. Acts of God. It's a sad thing, folks. It's a sad thing what they do. So I think it's a terrible thing that these people are they're losing everything, and they've got to either start back. Yeah, that's right, landslides too. But it's caused it. All of it eventually comes back to the wind and water, and so the insurances are claiming that they don't cover it because of that. And well, what are those people gonna do? A lot of those people, like I say, are just living, paycheck to paycheck, trying to live on their Social Security. The older people are, if they don't have somebody else around that they can go to or whatever, and they don't want to leave their homes because they're, their land, because they're afraid the government's going to take it. There's so many rich alloys up there, metals and stuff that they'd like to have for the new batteries that are out. That the people are afraid if they were to abandon their property that they'll lose it. The government will take it or whatever. And it's really sad. They've already offered them much less than what the property would be worth, 6 months ago. And, they ought to feel sorry for those people and give them a break. It's really sad. And if you don't live right in one of those tourist towns where it can be built back up quickly, it's going to be really hard for people there. If I was in that situation and they told me big old tent in their yard. I know that's right. Yeah, that's really what they ought to do. But I'm afraid that there's going to be some of those people, especially the families with small children and the really elderly that live up there, that we're going to have some more deaths just due to the weather if they're not real careful. They're going to have to do something because there's so many of those communities around there. The Amish have come in and started working, putting out homes there, helping people build small homes, back on their property. The ones that did have a little bit of money that could buy the materials, they're just volunteering their time. And it's a sad, sad situation that the government would stand there with their noses up their rear ends and not think about those people. That's when every one of them would be voted out of office. I think that has a lot to do with that area voting in a Republican president this year, guys. I think they all realize it now too. I need to hush. Yeah, Sherry, I understand and I agree with you. Yep. That's when, it's just like all these people out that kept wanting to have the aliens, the illegals coming in. So yes, yes, let them come in, let them come in. But then when you shipped them to their states and to their areas, they didn't want them. They shipped them right out of there real quick. Like, it's a real sad situation, that there's some of the richest areas in the world that want them in here, that want to allow them. Yeah, yeah, bring them in. But then when you bring them in, they don't want them here. They want them down there in Texas or here on Georgia and Florida. They want to keep them over here, They say, well, they don't have any jobs for them. Any jobs, it doesn't matter. Our government's giving them everything they need anyhow. Yeah, while our people are starving to death and freezing in tents over there. Sad situation, guys. Don't get me on the roll here. That's exactly right, Sherry. That's exactly right. And FEMA's giving those people, if they even get their paperwork correct, as they say, oh, they just got turned down because their paperwork was not correct, or they didn't fill out the right paperwork, $700. What are you going to do with $700? That's like Blue Cross, or not Blue Cross, Red Cross. I donated to Red Cross forever, forever. Had it come out of my check every week. And when my mobile home burned and we lost everything except for the house coat that I had on and what I had on under it, I mean, we lost everything. They give us one night in a motel, enough vouchers to go to the cheapest store that was here at that time. We could buy us one set of sheets. We could buy a bath towel for each of us and washcloth. A couple of changes of clothes if we were lucky. I think we probably ended up with less than what I was donating that year, counting the motel and the food voucher, the grocery voucher, and all these little vouchers told you exactly what you had to buy with it. It wasn't necessarily what you needed. It was what you had to buy. You either had to buy the towels and the washcloths, because we had churches donate that kind of stuff. We had churches that donated a whole lot more than we got from my job even, or from, just in general. It's just a sad situation, guys. It really is. But let me getting on a roll here. Yeah, I don't donate to Red Cross anymore. I told them folks, I said, I'm donating more to you guys out of my paycheck than what you're offering me right now for a motel to stay in for one night. And it was the cheapest old motel. That's the one that you could go to for a few hours. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, you did a lot of that. They had a lot of that. I guess they still do. I don't know. But it was one of those type of motels that you had, not the best area of town and not the best area you want to take a 5-year-old child to, because that's what I had at the time, a 5-year-old child. So, guys, bye, Des. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. And you have a wonderful evening. Also, tell your daughter I said hey. Oh, yeah, they're pardoning their own sons. Yeah, well, I'm not getting into it, guys. I'm just trying to say I got to shut up now. So I don't get any worse off, get any more sad, It's I had several people say, in defense of our present president, that Trump did this and Trump did that, and he used women and he treats, the vice president that we have now worked her way up, practically doing the same thing. So, what can we say? Just can't you can't justify one when you're people that you can't blame it on one person when the people you're voting for is doing the same thing. Guys, I don't know how people that live in these areas where it gets like up in Alaska and places where you get feet of snow, feet, not foot of snow, feet of snow is what I call it. 3, 4, 5, 6 feet of snow. Heck no. I don't know how in the world they can do it. And that stuff stays. 15? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Jovita. Hey, guys, we're going to do a giveaway. When we get our 2,000, we're going to have another giveaway, and I'm going to give away gift cards this time. It'll just be so much easier. I may give away a couple other little things, but probably going to be gift cards. It'll just be so much easier for me and everybody else, too. But I'm excited. I didn't realize I was that close. Wow. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. When I first glanced at it, I thought she was going to say I was 15 minutes from time to shut it down, folks. Time to shut it down. But yeah, yeah. I understand. I understand. That's right, y'all. Get me in there. I'm so excited, guys. I just cannot believe it. Yeah, 15. Oh, holy cow. I hadn't even looked. I was gonna look right before my live here, and I got to fiddling and got to looking. Some of you guys that do, maybe we've got somebody in here that knows. Can you change these lives to where I know they put commercials on your lives, but you don't get paid on your lives. And maybe I don't have my live set up right. I don't know. I know, like when this live is over and somebody watches it as a rerun. Uh, okay, Tamara, you have a good weekend, a good week too, hon. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited. I just cannot believe it. But you just don't know, with everything. I've got several more craft ideas that are coming out real soon, guys. So I hope you guys will hang out for that. Come in and see what's going on in our life. I don't know what we're going to do about our critters out there. I guess they just going to have to stay in the barn at night because it's right chilly. I did hang up some tarps across the bottoms of them just to block the wind. And I'm probably going to end up tarping the whole thing come when they start having babies. Because last year I lost 2 because of the cold. So I'm hoping. Okay, watching a replay counts as a view and a comment. Okay, cool. I didn't know about that. I know they put when somebody watches it on, after the live itself and it's there. I know they have commercials on them because I've watched other people's lives. Like Mama B, and I try to watch hers, but 6 o'clock in the afternoon is not a good time for me, guys. And a lot of times her live is over with before I ever get in the house with all the critters and things I have to do. So a lot of times I end up watching them later. And I've noticed that my lives say, that they no revenue is made off of them. So I didn't know. I'll have to call her or somebody and find out if I can go in after the fact and change it to where it'll come up and maybe add it. I don't know. You have to go in now and click yes, put commercials on there, and yes, all this stuff, and then you have to go through the line and say, oh no, we don't have any cussing, or yes, we did, or whatever, and everything has to be put on there before anything can be done. Doing a live is not monetized. I remember. Okay. Isn't that something? I know that's you have to do the lives to help keep your viewers, keep your watch hours up. I know it helps with the watch hours because that's what MT Homestead Mike and Terry was telling me to make sure I did my lives every week and try to do at least one a week, sometimes more, to pop-ins and things. So anyway, guys, it's just something, something interesting, but doggone. But guys, we have got about 5 more minutes maybe. So I wanted to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all coming in, watching my videos, supporting my channel. Remember all the people that are out there that are sick, that are in a lot worse shape than we are. I'm so thankful that I live in America. I'm so thankful that I have my family, and so far we're all in good health. Thankful for all the things that that this country has afforded for us, and the people that have served to bring those things to me. I'm looking forward to next week to wheat. You guys be nice to people, because we don't know what kind of situation they're in. Okay. Kavita knows more about this stuff than I do, guys. I guarantee you. I just kind of jumped in here like, a hair and a biscuit. I didn't have an idea what I was doing. I just popped in here, and here I am doing YouTube. Good, bad, or indifferent, I'm doing it. But thank y'all all for popping in. Thank y'all for hanging out with me for the full hour, watching my videos, looking at other people. Hey, Mama V, I'm so glad you popped in. How are you? I'm going to have to call you tomorrow, girl, if I get a chance. Got some questions for you, just about YouTube in general, because I have no clue about. So I was going to call you today, and I just got busy. But I hope everything's going good for you. Peter, thank you so much for popping in and watching my videos tonight. Oh, you got the ornament. Good for you. I hope you liked it. Yeah, I got some more. I've got to get mailed out. I just hadn't got them all addressed yet. But I thought it would be something cool for a country Christmas, and that would look good at your place, I thought. So thank you. I'm glad you liked it. So, guys, we're going to be getting out of here in just a minute, but you guys make sure that you be nice to people that are being mean to you, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what their family situation is, or whether they may have a sick person, or they've got a mean father at home, or a mean husband at home, or a mean wife for that matter. We just don't know. They could have a family member that's very sick. You don't know what they're going through. So especially now when there's so much suicide going on, guys, and so many people are sick and ill, and got this winter season coming in. We got the big C popping back up here in Georgia. I don't know about out there where you guys are. Hopefully it won't kick in as bad as it was before. But anyway, I wanted to come in and say hey to everybody, tell y'all I love you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for you, and I'm so excited to be 15 away from 2,000. Just can't believe I'm there already. I mean, 15 more, and we're going to have another giveaway, guys. We're going to have another giveaway. I may give away a t-shirt, but there'll definitely be some gift cards in there this time. Excited. So I hope you guys will pop in, come back next week. Hang in there, watch the other videos that I put out, and we're going to talk to y'all next week. So y'all be sweet. I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. And until next week, love y'all. And we will see you then.